About 4 seconds to go. So about a 30-point pop is what we are getting at the start. Off we go. So let's look at the movers and shakers. On the upside, Hindalco, Grasim and Bajaj Auto. These are the top 3 winners on the Nifty. By the way, we started with that 30-point, but within the first take, there's a bit of a sell-off as well. The Nifty is now up only about 9 to 10 points. So the global overhang and caution ahead of Jackson Hole seems to be kind of weighing in as we get into the first couple of minutes. So what is pulling the market on the downside? I can see Infosys and TCS straight away. So these are your big ones that are not on the positive side of the screen. Some of the bigger banks, Axis, Kotak Mahindra on the downside as well. HDFC Bank is lower by about 0.25%. So basically IT and banking not very hot as we start things off. Bank Nifty is about 60 points lower, but it's also flipping very quickly. So let's see. But yes, IT and banks, 2 watch points. Right now, the mood is a little cautious around both of these. But some of the auto names, along with Bajaj Auto, Tata Motors on the upside as well. There is some buying in Reliance, like we've been discussing, 0.5% up. So it's fairly split and absolutely flat on the Nifty to begin with.
Well, that's right. A few stocks that are in focus. Maybe Ola Electric is reacting to that note coming from Jefferies, where their market share has tapered down a little bit. So the stock is down close to 2.5%. It's all just had a big run yesterday as well. It came off the high point of the day. So that's one of the movers out there. Jain Irrigation is one of the top volume movers. It's up close to around 5%. So big move is what we are seeing. Morpin Labs continues its uptrend. It's up close to around 3%. They raised some money via the QIP route a couple of weeks or so ago. And from there, the stock has done quite well. Even yesterday, the stock was up and about in trade. Ambuja Cements, that's the one in focus. The shots are getting trapped on the wrong side. The block floor price was at a big discount in comparison to yesterday's close, but the block took place in pre-open. So that's why, the shots are getting squeezed out as we speak. Sadbhav Engineering, yesterday as well, the stock was up 10%. Today as well, it's up close to 9%. So big up move is what we're seeing out there. From the F&O pack, the frontline names that are moving quite well. I think TVS Motors had opened up gap up 3% higher on that one. Crompton is up close to 100%. On the flip side, Deepak Nitrite and Firstsource giving back some part of what they've put on in the last couple of weeks.
Nykaa too is up nearly 3%. Go Digit, I think Jefferies has initiated coverage on Go Digit with a buy call. Citi too says that in the non-life insurance space, Go Digit is one of their preferred picks, and they've put a target price of 425. So that stock opens up with a gain of about 3%. RailTel, small order win of about 52 odd crore, but that pushes the stock up by nearly 3%, and now its year-to-date rally stands about 45%. Kalyan Jewellers continues to see buying. Poly Medicure with the conclusion of that 1,000 crore QIP, and lots of marquee investors have bought in it. So Poly Medicure has a gain going for itself. Zomato closed in the red yesterday after buying Paytm's ticketing business for about 2,000 crore rupees. But today Zomato has some green, at least in the early morning tick. Sorry, excuse me. Outside of that, you've got an NIIT Limited, which pops up on the volume charts. You've got Raymond, which is up 4.5%. There is news flow surrounding Jain Irrigation, so that's another big mover. Vardhaman Textile. Again, these are stocks which you don't generally see on the volume charts early on in the first few minutes, but these stocks are higher. On the way down, you've got Firstsource, which continues to correct, I think, second or third day in a row. IEX in the F&O band, so IEX is down nearly 1.5%. And in the frontline space, just keep your eye on HDFC Bank. That's down about 0.2%. HDFC Bank was planning to sell about a 20% stake in HDB Financial, one of its subsidiaries. It's an NBFC to a Japanese company, but it looks like that's hit a bit of a roadblock, according to Pink Papers, and HDFC Bank has opened in the red.
And just some more names to add from the broader market. Senco, 3.5% on the upside. The rub-off continues. And by the way, Kalyan itself on 3.5% after yesterday's 7-8% move. So the jewelers are sparkling. The other name to look out for is Office. Office is this recent listing. The stock's already doubled in the last 2.5-3 months. Yesterday, they announced that they're expanding further in Bengaluru, adding some more space there. The stock was up yesterday. It's building on that momentum this morning, almost 4%, 5% higher on Office as well. So these are some of the early movers. Adani Power, which has finally concluded that transaction with Lanco in the NCLT, getting that approval, about 2% up on that stock as well. TVS Motors, 3.5% higher. So yeah, it's a good morning as far as the broader market goes, but at the headline level, absolutely flat and consolidating for the time being.